of Thank you, Miss Nicole. All right. My name is Katie Draper. I am a Black Diamond in the company, and I am really, really excited to be here with Nicole DeShera.
Hey, hey.
She is an amazing leader in the company as well. I came across this company in last May, actually, because of someone else that's on here, Miss Abby here. And that's kind of how this works. It is spreading like wildfire. And it's just from one person saying, "Oh my gosh, you got to try this product," to another person saying, that they introduced the product to, saying, "Oh my gosh, now you need to try this product." And it literally takes off like crazy. When you start feeling better, you naturally want to talk about it, right? Kind of the same thing when you go to a restaurant and you want to tell the world that you just had the best chicken fried steak in the world, right? And so you're posting it on socials and you are telling your friend and you're calling your mom and telling them you need to go to try this restaurant. And that's what all of this is about. But we're doing it with feeling better internally, externally, and in our bank accounts too. So, with that being said, we are going to share some slides with you to tell you a little bit about this company, about some of these high impact products, because trust me, they are something that you have not experienced anything like this in your life. And that's kind of what I think every single day. I found this company and these products just because I needed to lose weight. About almost 14 months ago, I was at my highest weight ever. I was miserable. My anxiety was through the roof. Our house was in foreclosure. There was a lot of things wrong. Like when you think of the word rock bottom, that's where we were. Me, my husband, and our three boys. And, it took me getting to the lowest point in my life to look for a solution. And luckily, Abby was the one who was like, "You need to try these products because you're looking for weight loss. I saw a post on Facebook that you were looking for weight loss. You need to try this. And trust me, you're going to love it." Well, 14 months later, and I have lost 105 pounds. I have never felt better. In fact, every single day I think to myself, "Oh my gosh, like I thought that how I was feeling, how terrible I was feeling every day was the normal, right?" And I think a lot of us think that we're just like it's normal to feel bad. It's normal to be an exhausted mom. It's normal to, work all day and crash on the couch and not want to do anything else the rest of the night because you are just so exhausted. And guess what? That's not normal. When you finally start feeling good, you realize that that wasn't normal. And that's not how you're supposed to live life, struggling and feeling terrible all the time, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of those things. And so I am super grateful that I found this line. And so I am super excited to be able to share it with all of y'all today. All righty, I am going to share my screen and we are going to get started here. All righty. Okay, impact and income. That is what, oh, hold on. That is what this company is all about. Okay. Creating an impact in the health and wellness space in your own life and in lots of other people's lives, everybody that you come in contact with. And extra income, everybody could use that, right? Well, we have something here. Where is that? Okay. What if you could turn your wellness routine and social media scroll into a paycheck? Okay, real question. I want y'all to drop in the comments. I want you to answer me this, okay? How many of y'all spend more than 5 minutes on social media a day? Whether it is Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, any of the things, right? I want you to drop a one in the comment if you spend more than 5 minutes a day. Okay, I want you to drop a two in the comments if you spend more than 30 minutes a day scrolling, right? Scrolling. If I don't see a two from you, my guess is you're probably fibbing because if we all do it, right? You get lost in that black hole of scrolling. Well, guess what? You can turn that time that you're spending scrolling into something that, number one, the products are going to make you feel amazing. And number two, it's going to help build your bank account without spending any extra time out of that precious time that we all have each day, right? To divvy up between working and spending time with our family and our kids and being a mom and being a spouse and being everything else in between. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. All right. Miss Nicole DeShera is going to introduce y'all to a little bit about this company and why we are super excited about it.
So I absolutely love our chance tonight to be together. Heidi, thank you so much for sharing this platform, this virtual stage with me. Thank you to our leaders, Tina Joy Carroll, Sarah Hollingsworth, so many amazing people that we've been blessed to connect with, and this company that has brought us together. Trinot is a U.S. based company. We are 12 years old, and we started out in the wealth space and ventured over into the health and wellness space a few years later, and we have literally taken it by storm. We are an award-winning company. And just like Heidi, my life changed for the better 10 months ago when I came across these products. It's hard for me to believe when I look at that picture of myself there on your screen that that's actually me. Like I lived in my skin, but it's still hard for me to believe how far I've come. And not just the weight difference that you see between those two photos, but a world of difference, as Heidi mentioned, in my bank account, in the lives of my kids as a single mom. So many things that I can think of that this business has done for me. And we're going to dig into a little bit more of that. But I'll definitely tell you that what we are talking about is more than just amazing products, more than just an amazing income opportunity, but also backed by a really solid organization. I genuinely believe that what we see around us lives and dies on the power of leadership. And so the leadership of Trinot, the stability of our company, the fact that we are not only providing amazing products and amazing income opportunity, but that we are literally a part of something that's really solid. And that's also been proven by the fact that we're award winning. 2024, we held the Golden Stevie Award, which is a very prestigious award in the health and wellness space, International Business Award, as a matter of fact, along with several others, for our incredible third party tested science backed products. They actually work. And that's been proven not just by my experience and Heidi's, as you saw in her previous slide as well, not just by the pounds we've lost and the money we've made, but also by the impact that this company's had on lots of other people.
All righty. Get my cursor back over here. All righty.
There we go.
Yeah, daily health system.
Daily health system. I'll tag on this first and then I'll pass it
Yes,
back to you, Heidi. I absolutely
absolutely.
love the daily health system. I could talk about it all day. This simple two-step system has done wonders in my life and in the lives of so many others because it's literally helped me to for my I was telling someone earlier today that I feel like for the first time my body is actually working with me and not against me. As a person who struggled with my weight, and Heidi can testify to this too, struggled with my weight since I was a teenager. If that resonates with you, just drop a 3 in the comments really quick. Like struggled with my weight since I was a teenager. I'm 42 years old now, and for the first time in my life, out of all the crash diets I've tried, after all the aggressive workout regimens I ever tried, this was the first time that I really felt like my body was working with me. You ever said, today's Monday, so let's just ride the Monday train for a second. You ever said I'm going to start on Monday, and by Monday night, by Tuesday, you're like, man, this is just really hard. And I thought I was going to do it, and you thought it was just discipline. You thought it was just you needed more, you just needed to do better, right? That's kind of the language the self-talk that we employ, not realizing that there really is a science behind it. And for the first time, my body is actually working with me. So it's not just, hey, I made up my mind, I'm going to do this. It's also my body cooperating and not fighting me, like begging me for sugar, begging me for big portions, begging me for a nap, none of those things. And I largely attribute it to these two products. So it's a two-part system. The first part is called Activate. It's that beautiful purple drink you see in the center of your screen there. First of all, it tastes really good, which I think helps because if it was nasty, but it was good for us, it'd be hard to keep up with it, right? So I love the fact that it tastes really good. It's a hibiscus, citrus hibiscus flavor. But what I love about this drink is that it helps your body to increase your GLP-1 production. You probably have heard GLP-1 on commercials. If you watch your favorite show on Netflix, or not Netflix, there's no commercials on Netflix. Hulu has commercials, right? You can't watch anything without hearing something about semaglutide, Wegovy, Ozempic. Those names probably ring a bell, right? Well, I didn't know that what people were getting in the quote unquote weight loss shots is actually a hormone that lives in our bodies already. I learned that when I stumbled across these products. It's literally everywhere right now. That's so true. And I did not know that we actually had the ability to produce that without having to give ourselves a synthetic version without having to give ourselves a needle, right? So I love the fact that this product Activate boosts the production of GLP-1 in our bodies, and that helps us to reduce sugar cravings. It helps us to manage food noise, appetite management. So you don't want to stop eating. You just need to eat less if you're trying to lose weight. And even if you're not trying to lose weight, smaller portions has a benefit to your digestive system, to so many other things going on in your body, your gut health. So I love the fact that Activate helps me to do the right things that my mind wants to do and my body actually cooperates, right? That's the best way I can put it. I also love Transform, because as a diabetic, Transform literally transformed my life. If you know anything about diabetes, anything about glucose, it's very serious. That is not something you can ignore. It is not just about aesthetics. It's not just about looking good in your clothes or seeing a certain number on the scale. Diabetes can impact the quality of your life and your lifespan very quickly if you don't take it seriously. So when I was barely 40 and diagnosed with diabetes, I knew it was time to do something, that I could not ride the crash diet train anymore, that I had to figure out something that I could stick to because my life now depended on it. And we can't make medical claims. We can't claim to cure or prevent diseases, but we can tell you what this product has done for us. And I can tell you that 6 weeks after I started this, I was able to come off of prescription meds to manage my diabetes, because it helps to stabilize your glucose. This capsule, these two little capsules that we take before our meals, go into our system and meet our food there, and helps to transform the carbs and sugar in the foods we eat to soluble fiber. And we know that fiber has a ton of benefits to our bodies, but the thing that I love the most about the fiber part is fiber helps you to feel satiated. If you don't feel hungry, eating smaller portions is easier to accomplish without feeling like an angry mad woman wanting to take the heads off of everyone around you because you're starving, right? So I'm so glad that I didn't have to do that in order to manage my glucose and in order to drop the pounds that I desperately needed to. So I'm going to pass it over to Kaidi to talk some more about the daily health system.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is what I started with back in May. And for me, I've struggled with my weight since I was 8. And I never understood why I could eat the same things as my friends as a teenager or a kid, and I would continue to gain weight and they would stay thin, right? And I think a lot of times, if you've struggled with your weight as a young adult or a child, even, you know that feeling well. And sometimes you think that there's something wrong with you. And now, after knowing what I know about this, I do know that my body obviously was not producing GLP-1 like the other kids were, like the other teenagers were, like the other young adults were. And so I struggled all the time. When I started this, a few things that I noticed right away is I didn't want soda. And I had been extremely addicted to soda for about 10 years. Day one, didn't want it, didn't crave it, didn't think about it, didn't even sound good. And I was at that point, I was like, what in the world is this magic? But I need more of it. And for me also, I've always struggled with food addictions. I've had that ongoing food noise. If you know what I mean by food noise, drop a 4 in the chat. It's that thinking about what you're going to eat next Tuesday when it's Monday of this week, right? That is the food noise. You can't shut it off. It's the thinking about Taco Bell at 2 a.m. So you get in your car and you go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. or not being able to drive by a donut shop without stopping. That was me my entire life. For the first time ever that I can ever remember, I don't have that same relationship with food. Do I still like my food? Absolutely. But guess what? I ate one slice of pizza and I'm good instead of eating 4 or 5 slices of pizza until my stomach feels like it's literally going to pop. And that's what it's changed for me significantly. It's just made it where I don't have to do another diet. And I think that every single day I'm like, oh my gosh, with these products, I don't ever have to worry about starting another diet, right? If you've ever been on a diet, just like Nicole said, it's always like, I'm going to start that diet after Labor Day, after school starts, after Christmas, after New Year's. And guess what happens? Another year rolls around. And I'm like, I've never had to start a diet with this. Never had to start a diet with this. It fits right seamlessly into your life and it just helps your body work as it was designed to work. And that's my absolute favorite part about this. Okay, y'all, here's just a few of the before and after pictures. And we're actually going to have a special guest on. Is Chanel on?
Yep, Chanel is here.
Perfect. We would love, so Chanel is actually the then and now that you see on your screen right there. And she is actually here to share her story with you as well. But I want you to notice in these pictures, this is not just for women. And that's my favorite part is men are getting the same benefits from these products that women are. And so a lot of times I think in the health and wellness world, some products are specifically for women and specifically for men, and they don't work the same for each. These products do. And I absolutely love that. Miss Chanel, if you are on, will you unmute and tell us your story about these amazing products and what you've experienced?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Heidi. And thank you, Nicole.
Okay.
Absolutely love you.
Love you.
Um, I, as you can see, it's so shocking to look at the before and after. My highest weight was 398, 398. And so many different health issues. I've been up and down. Everything that Nicole and Heidi have talked about so far, I've struggled with. The food addiction, because of depression, and all the things that come with it, and even just going into perimenopause and menopause. Like there's so many different benefits from coming across Trinot. Um, I was a stalker as well. I stalked Nicole and I'm like, okay, so she was talking about hot flashes and I had just recently at that time, went into perimenopause. So I didn't even get into Trinot for losing weight. I actually started with trying to do semaglutide, trying to do Ozempic, trying to do Zepbound, and they never worked for me. And I didn't know anything about a metabolic makeup. I didn't know everybody had something different. And that's why we have so many different diets out there, because everybody's body is different and everybody's body is going to respond and also react differently to different things. And so I'm like, at that point, this is like in November, right, Nicole? And I'm like, forget it. It's just not going to work for me. So I started to go down another depression route because I'm going into perimenopause. Nobody was talking about that. I'm sweating, then I'm cold, then I'm sweating, then I'm cold. And she just asked a question on her page. Mind you, I'm like, okay, this chick dropping weight. Like, what is this? But I was more interested in to stop sweating. At that point. So got into Renew, and literally 24 hours later, I'm like, okay, I can sleep through the night and I'm not sweating. And I'm like, okay, so these products have to work. So now that I know that they work and they're plant-based, I call my primary and I'm like, okay, take me off of Zepbound. Okay. I'm about to try this whole Activate thing. So I started Activate, and January the 13th, hadn't even, took Activate, but I immediately started talking about it because one, it's plant-based, and two, I'm like, what the heck do I have to lose? Like, but wait. That's all I got to lose is weight. So, so far, and I'm even 5 pounds smaller than this photo on the now. I weighed this morning and I'm 241 this morning. And I don't have a diet. I literally eat what I want, but I don't crave the junk. I don't crave, I actually had a donut from Dunkin' on Sunday with my mom because my mom was here, but I took 2 bites and I'm like, it's nasty. So I don't even enjoy the same junk stuff that I used to. Did not work out for the first 2.5 months that I was taking Activate, because I literally wanted to see if it does what it said it's going to do. But you have to be consistent. You can't take the products one day and then skip 3 days and then take it again and then contact the person and be like, well, it ain't working for me. No, boo, you not working for you because the products work. The products do work. So, I'm in the best health that I've been in. I've been on high blood pressure medicine since I was 31. I'm 47. And in April, my doctor lowered my blood pressure medication. Again, we cannot make claims to any health taking you off medications. But what I can say is that if you are disciplined and you count on you, and then you combine that with the products that Trinot offers, you'll be amazed at what can happen, right? So in December, I'm on track to come completely off my blood pressure medication that I've been on since the age of 31. I am the smallest that I've been in my adult life. I just tried on a pair of 14s. I have not worn a pair of 14s since I was in my early 20s. And I just bought a size 12. I have not tried them on yet, but I just bought a size 12 on yesterday when I was shopping with my mom. And I am so excited and truly honored and blessed to be able to come across some amazing products. One last thing, and I'm going to shut up. I was in the gym and I was talking to a personal trainer who was in the sauna, right? And I'm very shy, believe it or not. I know y'all like, ain't no way in the world she had. I am so shy. But I was talking to this personal trainer and I was with my sister and we were talking about getting in more protein, right? And so, because that's what's going to help, with on my specific journey, I need more protein, right? So this personal trainer, she's just talking about, oh, you should try this. Oh, you should try that. This is what works for her and all this stuff. And then she goes, I'm just listening. She goes, well, I don't like plant-based protein because it's gritty. It doesn't have a nice flavor to it. And I'm just sitting there, oh, honey, I can't wait till you hush because I got to tell you about Trinot, okay? Because it's a plant-based product, protein, and it is good, good. Okay. So I let her finish. And I was like, okay, so I have my QR code on my phone as a screensaver. I said, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and scan this for me, okay? And I want you to go ahead and order it. And then I want you to tell me after you get your order what you think about the protein powder because it's plant-based, it's not gritty, and it tastes good. Okay. So I want you to try because you're telling me you want me to go to Amazon and try these products. And see, that's what we do. We try a whole bunch of things. I'm sure if you look in your cabinet, whether it's hot hair products, hairspray, rollers, facial cleansers, we try so much stuff, but we're not consistent, number one. And number two, what are we putting in our bodies? We really don't even know. But Trinata is so transparent and what they're putting in their products, and it's plant-based. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
Thank you so much, Chanel. I absolutely love your story and could not be prouder of you and how good you're feeling. It radiates from you, and you can't replace that. And that's what I love about this company. This is just one of hundreds of thousands of testimonies about these products. Yeah, they are absolutely incredible. I'm going to share my screen again with y'all here. All right. And where is my little thing? There we go. Okay. So remember when I said that it is not just about weight loss? Here's the cool thing. This product line, yes, they're very, very known for the weight loss, our daily health system that is literally going viral. But we also have some amazing collagens. We have stuff for inflammation, for pain, for gut health, for beauty, for anti-aging, for hormones, for pretty much anything you could possibly think of. There's about 30 different products in the product line, all plant-based, all natural, all super clean. So if clean products are something that you are all about, whether it's for your skin, whether it's for your kids, whether it's for your food, I want you to drop a 5 in the comments because we all know that this world right now, everything is so processed. So the cleaner, the better. And I believe that the world is really on a trend right now with clean products for everything, whether that's your cleaning products, whether that's your dish soaps, your laundry detergents, everything. People are looking for clean, and we have the cleanest health line that you're going to find anywhere. One of the most amazing products, and actually one of the flagship products that this company started with, was Glow Collagen. Now, this isn't your normal collagen. There are two different collagens in the line. There's a Glow M that's for beauty. But the one we're going to talk about tonight is one of the staple products that they first developed. It's called Glow, and it's called that for a reason. This is a type 1 liquid collagen, and it's similar to what your body produces. It is a bovine-based collagen. It also has 10 grams of protein in it, which is huge for a collagen, especially if you're on a weight loss journey, right? Or any type of journey for better health. The more protein, the better. So you get it where you can get it. And in your collagen is a great way to get it. Um, this one is hydrolyzed peptide formula broken down to the smallest molecule, which means better absorption, right? If you're going to drink something every night, you want it to absorb into your body so that you get the best benefits. It also has superfoods, antioxidants in it that help minimize the negative influence of toxic aging molecules, meaning that it's going to help you anti-age or age backwards. Okay. This is great for skin, hair, and nails, but here's the kicker. This one I like to call the internal collagen, meaning that it is really well known for what it does for your joints, joint pain, joint health, bones, organ health, anything in your body internally that needs to be fixed, regulated, rebuilt, restructured, repaired. This is going to be your ticket. What it's doing, we're going to say we cannot make health claims, but what it is doing for arthritis, for bone health, for back pain. I specifically use it because I broke a vertebrae in my back when I was 20 in a car accident. And ever since I had had really significant back pain where sometimes I felt like I could not stand up straight or my back was going to crack in half. Since I started this, it has virtually eliminated, and I do not have those flare ups anymore. It helps to repair and rebuild, and all of those things internally is great for inflammation. Um, so many different things. Nicole, you want to share a little bit about your dad's story? He couldn't be
Yeah, so
on tonight, but
my
he has
dad
an
couldn't be on
amazing
tonight, but
story.
I'll briefly tell his story. My dad is
Yeah.
70, first of all, 70 years old. And my father is probably one of the healthiest people I know. Could run marathons around most of us. But he's 70. So even though he works out, even though he reversed diabetes several decades ago with diet and exercise and has really been just the staple for me of healthy for a long time, he's 70. And so some things he just kind of learned to accept were just part of getting older, even though he's a person that takes pretty good care of his body. He sustained an injury to his shoulder with his dog. His dog like literally saw something, was running after it, yanked my father into this column outside trying to walk the dog. Anyway, I happened to be meeting him for lunch that same day where this incident had happened earlier in the day. We met up for lunch later on, and he tells me like I can barely reach behind me to get my wallet out of my back pocket. My shoulder is in so much pain. I was coming back from a trip, so I always take my supplements with me when I travel, and so I had my Glow collagen that's on the screen right there, along with a turmeric capsule that we have called Optimize that I call plant-based ibuprofen. I absolutely love that capsule. And just like Heidi, I have terrible arthritis in my knees. I had a lower back injury several years ago as well. And so I used to take 800 milligram ibuprofen, muscle relaxers to go to sleep at night. Steroid shots several times a year. Like it was bad for me too. So because I knew what these two products, the collagen as well as our Optimize, would do for me, I gave them to my dad. I gave him what I had left from my trip. And literally by the time I got home, which was a few hours later, he texted me like, I don't know what is in this stuff that you gave me, but I feel so much better. And that was probably 2 months ago. We literally just talked the other night and he was like, I gotta reorder my stuff because I noticed when I'm in the gym, things that I had modified. Like again, he's a gym guy. He's going to the gym every day, rain or shine. Like that's what he does. But he said I had modified certain exercises, reduced my reps in some ways, just to accommodate a limited range of motion that even before the injury with the dog was just kind of par for the course with getting older. That's what he had kind of decided. And he said, since I've put this in my routine every day, and he also takes our creatine, which we'll talk about in a moment. He also takes our protein, but specifically the collagen and the Optimize. He said, I had no idea that I'd be able to get the range of motion back and the muscle repair after workouts and things like that. He was like, I had just kind of given up on that and accepted the limitations as being 70, but he's seen enormous benefit from those two products. So yeah, our collagen is next level. And at 42, my skin looks better than it did at 22. And I was the person that had terrible adult acne, major hormonal breakouts and scarring, hyperpigmentation, all that stuff. I love the fact that I can come to a live like this without any makeup, no color corrector, nothing literally other than having washed my face and put lotion on. That's it. And be very proud of my skin. And that's a result of our collagen as well.
Yeah, I could not believe. Here's a few of the before and afters from our collagen, some of the repairs, the reduction in wrinkles, the hair growth, all kinds of things. All righty. Enrich, y'all. Enrich. You want to talk about this one or you want me to talk about this
I'll
one?
talk about this one real quick. So I love
Okay.
Enrich. We have, as Heidi said, we have 30 products. If I could only sell one, this would be it. And I know that's crazy considering I've lost a lot of weight on this. I just told you what these products have done for my skin, my range of motion, diabetes. I've told you a lot of things that have helped me about our products. But even with all of that, if I could only sell one, if they took away everything else and left us with one standing, it would be this one. And I'll tell you why. Because Enrich is our gut health supplement, and your gut is like your second brain. So if you can't get anything else out of what we're offering, you need to get this. Literally, absolutely changed the game for me and for so many other people. This particular product is one of our flagship products as well, just like Katie was saying about the collagen. This was one of the first products that we launched and still remains one of our best sellers because gut health matters to everyone. There's some people that need to lose weight and some people that don't. There's some people that struggle with chronic pain, injuries, things like that, and some people that don't. There's some people that are very happy with their skin, very happy with their hair, very happy with their hormones. None of those things really resonate. Oh, but show me a person that doesn't care about their gut health. You can't find one. Everyone cares about their gut health. Why? Because your gut health is tied to so many other points of your health, right? And so I absolutely love what this particular product has done for me. I give this product to my entire family. My kids range in age from 24 to 13. All of them take this. My dad takes this. I mean, anybody that I talk to, I'm like, even if you don't want to lose weight with me or any of the other things I'm doing, I want to put this in your hand. We have some testimonies in our review group of people giving this to their pets. Like, I don't have any pets, but I mean, the fact that you can give it to your pets, I feel like tells you a lot as well. And there's testimonies even in the chat of younger kids taking this. And what I love about it is that raw full spectrum enzymes, has digestive enzymes in it that help you to absorb the nutrients in the foods you eat and discard the waste. It is not a detox product. When I started my weight loss journey, so many times detox products were recommended. And the way that that stuff assaults your stomach, yeah, it might help you to drop 4 or 5 pounds overnight just based on dumping your system, but that's actually not a way to live, right? As opposed to something that you can take with every meal that is going to help you to absorb the nutrients from the foods you eat and discard the waste. So you're not storing a bunch. What helped me with belly fat, something I struggled with forever, was getting my gut health together because so much of what I was carrying in my midsection was undigested waste. Just that stuff that sits in your stomach. When I hit 40, all of a sudden I developed an aversion to anything with tomato in it. So pizza, lasagna, spaghetti, all foods that I love, by the way, I could not eat without acid reflux before Enrich. We have testimonies of people with IBS, leaky gut, chronic constipation. My middle daughter's a picky eater. There's 99 things that she won't eat as a result. Chronic constipation was one of our biggest issues with her. Even drinking lots of water, even all the things I was having to give her like Miralax every so often to get her moving. Not anymore. She calls it her happy poop pills, and she's 15 and doesn't want to go a day without them. And so I can talk all day about Enrich, but I love, love, love what this product has done, not just for me, but for my entire family. It supports healthy bile regularity. So it's not meant to make you glued to the toilet, but it's also it is meant to help you to absorb the nutrients in your food and discard the waste.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have the same experience. My acid reflux and heartburn I had for 13 years is gone because of that one product. Okay, so we just recently here in March had a whole new line of products come out, three brand new ones that we're going to highlight really quickly. Clear protein that we just heard Chanel talk a little bit about. The reason I love this protein is all the reasons she said. It is not chalky, it is not grainy, it's not milky, it's not frothy. Okay. It is clear like apple juice. It tastes like you are drinking a pink Starburst. It's strawberry flavored. And my favorite thing about it is there is no seed oils in this. So if you look at every other label for protein drinks, even the super clean ones, more than likely you're going to see some type of oil or seed oil. Those seed oils are the reasons that when you drink that protein drink, you feel bloated, you feel too full, you feel icky, and sometimes your stomach even feels upset, right? Maybe you feel inflamed. That's what seed oils do. This does not have any seed oils in it whatsoever. It's only 90 calories and it's 20 grams of protein. And there's a version of it that comes with an extra shot of energy, which I love. And it's a clean energy, so no crashes, no affecting sleep, nothing like that. I love drinking this in the afternoons because guess what it also does? It helps you feel full and it helps curb those cravings and that urge to snack in the afternoons. And if you get the energy version, gives you that little pop of energy so you don't feel like you need to go take a nap. It is the perfect afternoon snack. And so it's really going to help you if you are on a weight loss journey, absolutely going to help you, especially with that extra protein. But even if you're not, you're going to get a lot of benefits from this because the more protein, the better, just to be healthier, as well as those energy and all the different benefits of getting that extra protein for your muscles, your endurance, like so many different things. So let's see, creatine. This is one of the second new product that just came out in March. This one, I always thought that creatine, if you think or thought that creatine was just for bodybuilders, I want you to drop a one in the chat because that's what I thought. And I think that's what a lot of people thought. They're like, that just belongs over in GNC in the weightlifting, bodybuilding. And that wasn't me. That was not me. I did recently start going to the gym after I hit my goal weight in February. But before that, I hadn't been to the gym in 20 years. It wasn't my jam. I didn't think I'd ever be a gym person. But craziest thing is I started this about the same time as I started my gym journey. And I noticed huge differences in not just my muscle strength and in leaning out my body, but in my mental strength. And this creatine is different than any other one you will find out there. It has a cognitive element, meaning that it is not only going to help just strengthen your body, but it's also going to help strengthen your mind. So, memory issues, focus, overall mental health. It's not only going to help you now, but what you really want to start thinking about is the future you as you get older, right? When you get into your 80s to your 90s, do you want to be that person that can't pick up a jug of milk? Okay, this is going to help you preserve that muscle in both your body and that muscle in your mind or your memory, all those things, your brain strength, right? It is not just for bodybuilding. It's not just for people that go to the gym. This is a really, really important supplement that is going to help your overall health. Let's see. This one also has a sage extract, which I think is very, very important for creatine. And it also tastes amazing. I love, love, love that it is for oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought, y'all. But anyways, long story short, I thought that this one was for just bodybuilders. It is not. It has made a huge difference in not just my life, but a lot of people's lives that have started it. Okay, find my little button here. All right, you want to take for her, Miss Nicole?
For her, real quick, this right here is for all the girlies that are 35 and over. If you're a woman and you're watching this and you're 35 and over, just drop me a 3 in the comments, would you? Real quick, I'm 42. I thought that I had a long time to go before menopause. The most that I knew about it was that your cycle was going to stop and that you were going to have hot flashes. That's literally all I knew. I had never even heard the word perimenopause until about 2 years ago. And the person who mentioned it to me is a friend of mine who's a few years older than I am. So in my mind, it was like, well, what exactly is that? And she was like, it's the precursor to menopause. And I'm still thinking, I don't have to worry about that anytime soon. I was barely 40 at the time. Little did I know that perimenopause onsets as early as 35. So all of you that dropped a 3 in the comments, you need this. And another thing, it's got over 100 symptoms. That was mind blowing to me. So you mean to tell me it's more than just my period stops and I have hot flashes? There's night sweats. there's heightened anxiety, there's mood swings, there's sleep disturbances, there's vaginal dryness. How uncomfortable is it to say those words out of your mouth? It's a lot of other things, over 100 symptoms, guys. I had no idea. So I found out that some of the things that I was dealing with and had been dealing with for several years were actually perimenopausal, and no one told me. And I have a mom, I have aunties, I have grandparents, I mean, tons of women in my family and lots of friends that are women. And nobody, other than the person who told me about perimenopause a few years ago, even mentioned it. And when they talk about it, they don't tell you that there's actually a plant based alternative to going to your doctor and getting hormones. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people choose to do that. But if you don't want to do that, what else can you do other than just suffer through it, right? And so we found that this supplement, which was also a new one that we released back in April, it went viral. Literally, we sold it out. That's how serious it is. What I love about this product, just like I was saying about the gut health, and this applies to so many of the things we offer, but that it's not unique to just a certain demographic of people. This is for women, hence why it's called For Her. But what I love is that all of the women that you come across, whether they are Black, whether they are white, whether they are, in one demographic, whether they live in California or they live in Virginia, whether they live in Texas or Minnesota, if they are blessed to age, they are going to deal with menopause and perimenopause. It is the gift for not dying early. Okay, you didn't kick the bucket before 35. Here you go. Congratulations. Perimenopause and menopause until you do leave the earth. It's horrible. But I love the fact that this supplement in particular, has done a wonderful job of helping us with the symptoms. And I say us because all the women that have spoken so far tonight, and lots of women in the comments can testify to this, helped me to regulate my cycles. If you have irregular periods, even if you're not in the 35 plus window, this can help you with that. Regulate the periods, get rid of the random stuff like itchy ear, phantom smells. I was smelling things that no one else in my house was smelling. I did not know that that was perimenopause. And Chanel is laughing. I don't know why, because it isn't funny. I was literally telling my children something in the refrigerator has gone bad. I was like cleaning out the refrigerator like a mad person, swearing that there was rotten food in there. And my children were like, "Yeah, no, it's not. Like, one of y'all stinks. Somebody needs a shower. Who forgot the deodorant today?" Nobody, Mom. What are you talking about? Not knowing that it was perimenopause, that phantom smells is a real thing that happens to us as we age. It feels so good to not be the person smelling something that doesn't exist. So For Her is a clean plant-based support for women as we age. What I love the most about it is that there's no hormones involved. ESG 100 is an herbal blend. It also has ashwagandha in it. So like the leveled out, the calm version of me, my children just love that. They don't, when it starts to get low, they're like, "Did you get a restock? Is it coming? Because we don't want to, Mom, before this, we're not interested. Can we just make sure that this stays on auto ship?" Yes, because it is a very different world when I do not have it. So For Her is for all of us as women, but especially as we age, so many amazing benefits to this supplement.
I completely agree to that one. It has done wonders. Okay. You've heard a little bit about some of these products. Guess what? We have that big, huge review group that Nicole talked about, our testimonial group. And so that is something that whoever invited you to this Zoom can definitely get you added to. Beware that you will go down a rabbit hole, and be prepared to spend hours in there, because it is overwhelming in the best way. You can actually search different health conditions, product names, all kinds of things, and you can find people that are experiencing the same health issues that you are and what they've been using to find relief. It is absolutely incredible. And there is over 20,000 people in that group. So if you would like to be added to that, please get back to the person that invited you, and they can get you added to that. All righty. Let's talk about who is ready to talk about how you can use these amazing products and as well earn some extra income on the side without investing more time, more commitment, more time outside of your house and away from your family, right? If you think that sounds too good to be true, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments, because that's what I thought too. All right. We are going to talk about how you can have your own wellness boutique, because guess what? There are people looking every single day for ways to feel better. I can tell you that Almost everyone in the world has at least one health issue that they are looking for a solution for every single day. And they are buying different things to try and alleviate those issues. We have all of those things. And so if they're going to buy them anyways, why don't they buy them from you? Alrighty. Sorry, all my cursor here is not cooperating. There we go. Okay. Monetizing your social media with done for you systems. Okay. What if, like we talked about earlier, you could take that scroll, that 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, let's be real, it's probably like 2 hours, right? In the evenings. What if you could take that time and use that same amount of time on your social media to instead earn some extra income just from the supplements that you're wanting to take anyways to feel better? Guess what? You can. And you don't have to have experience. You don't have to have a huge following. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be a business person. None of those things. We here in this team, in this company, we have done for you systems that is literally makes it a plug and play. You know, if you are willing to be coached, to learn, and you simply want to make extra money and feel better, then this is something that can definitely help you. Okay. Nicole, you want to talk a little bit about how it's kind of like your own online franchise with no startup fees or anything like that?
Yeah, which is great. And those of us that are business owners, and Katie and I have this in common, along with Chanel and several other people that I know that are on this call, where if you've ever run a business, a traditional business, or even under the umbrella of network marketing, an inventory style situation, there's upfront cost, there's space that you need to be able to house products, there's advertising dollars that you have to come up with to reach an audience of people that want what you have. What I love about this setup is that we have done for you systems, as Katie mentioned. It's a duplicatable system, so you don't have to come up with the strategies and figure out how to implement them. And what I love the most as a person who comes from a strong retail background, you don't have to carry a barrage of inventory. I have the supplements in my house that my children and I are using. That's it. Everything else, I'm sending people to a website and getting paid. Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But what I absolutely love is that you have a proven system that you can literally plug into, plug and play. That's the best way to describe it. And we also have somebody that's going to briefly talk. Do you want to insert that here, Katie? That's going
Yeah,
to briefly talk about their success with the business.
absolutely.
Tasha, where are you? Latasha Hampton.
I'm here.
There we go. There she is.
I'm
Hey.
here.
So I'm going to pass the
Hey.
mic to you really, really quick because I know we're hot on time here. But if you could
Yes.
tell us just a little bit about your experience with the business, we'd love to hear it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Kaidi. Thank you for inviting me to be here. So, really quickly, and also because I'm having a storm here and the lights have been flickering, so I don't want to go out on you all. So, let me get out what I need to share with you because it's important, right? It's important. So, come close. Okay. So, first of all, I am Latasha Hampton. I started this business about 8 months ago when I joined Trinot. And the thing I need to share with you is that when I joined Trinot, I was 1 week off of having a major surgery. I actually had a hysterectomy, major surgery. Okay. 1 week, I joined this business. And so, really, what brought me here was zest. And we didn't talk about that tonight, but that was what brought me here for energy and focus because my energy was completely depleted. It was gone. I didn't know where I was going to get it from. And so, that's what I needed. I did not have any idea the rest of these products were going to help me in a sense that they've already kind of shared. So, that time because I was out of work, right? No income coming in. My husband was here taking care of me. Income, medical bills piling up like nobody's business. Okay. So I needed this business. I needed the products, especially because they were plant based and I needed that extra stream of income. So the biggest thing when I think about this business, guys, I think about my business, my family, my legacy, those three things, right? My business, my family, my legacy. Now, the one thing about Trinot that most companies don't offer, matter of fact, I don't know of another company that offers this, is this you can truly turn into what I like to call a family affair. Okay. And the reason I say that is because Trinot not only allows, but they encourage you to add your spouses, your adult children into your business. So that makes it a family affair, right? And so, what this company has afforded me the opportunity to do is build businesses together with my husband. My husband, I added my adult son and we are building a business together. And what that does is bring additional income streams in our household from all three of us. Okay. What company allows that? this one right here. Okay. So this is a very important aspect as to why you need to be a part of this amazing company. And so while all under one roof, we're bringing all of this money in, it's super important. This can be so beneficial to you and your family. I love it. I would not trade this company for any other business out there. There's nothing like Tremont. Okay. So while I leave you, I'm going to leave you what my shirt says. Excuse me while I succeed. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to succeed. I want you to succeed on these products. I want you to succeed in these businesses, in this business opportunity that you have in front of you. Do not let it pass you by. Okay. We are not gatekeepers around here. That's why we're telling you all of the goods. Okay. Because we want you to succeed in life, in your health and wellness, in your finances, in building your legacy. All of those things are super important. You owe yourself. Okay. You owe yourself and you owe your family to do that. Okay. So that's my story. I'm not going to hold you long.
Thank you so much, Latasha.
You're welcome.
All righty, y'all. Absolutely amazing. And that's what I love about this company is that, like I said, you don't have to be an influencer. We have people from all walks of life, stay-at-home moms, servers at restaurants. We have business owners. We do have influencers. We have boutique owners. We have people from everywhere, people that have 20 followers on Facebook and 20 people that have 2 million followers on Facebook. This opportunity is something that you can do at your speed, in your time, without taking anything else away from your life, because the point is to get our time back, right? To get some freedom back, to get some money back in your bank account, and to get your body and your health back on track. And that's the ultimate goal for this business. So let's talk a little bit more about how you can do that. Find my cursor here. It's giving me a run for my money here. There we go. Okay. All right. So the first part, y'all, and the easiest way, right? If you're like, I don't know how to do this, I'm not a salesperson, great, because this is not about selling. This is not about selling. I can tell you that when I started these products, I was only in it to lose weight. I wasn't in it to sell anything. I wasn't in anything to do anything like that. In fact, I started the products and it just naturally, I felt so good immediately that I knew that I had to share. So I simply started posting my story on Facebook. And what I found was there is so many other people out there that not only need to feel better and need something to change in their health, or they're going to keep going down, right? And nobody wants to do that. Okay. But that they're also looking for that extra income, because like I said, this economy is wild, right? It takes more than two full-time incomes to survive, let alone thrive. And so as I started to share about these products, I found that people kind of started coming out of the woodworks and they're like, wait a second, what are you doing? I've been looking to lose weight too. I've been looking for something for my energy. And they naturally started asking me what I was doing. So when I signed up as a partner or an associate, all of a sudden I had a link that I could share with them and they were able to order through me. And guess what? I earned commission from it because I helped them start their journey to getting healthy. And that's what this is about, just by sharing my story and sharing what was working for me. So that sounds like something that you can do if you know 1, 2, 3 people in your life. It can be your family, it can be your coworkers. I guarantee you probably know a few people that would want to do this with you, that would want to get healthy, that need these products too. Then this next option is going to be for you. Okay. So as a partner and associate in this business, you can earn customer commission. It's as simple as, again, giving out your link to someone. They order products through you. You don't do anything else. The company ships it. The company handles everything. You don't have to buy in product that you have to sell to them, nothing like that. You share your story. They ask what you're doing. You share your link and you can earn $7 or $10 per product that you sell. So if someone buys the Daily Health System and Enrich, those core free 3 products that are literally taking the world by storm, you earn $30. Easy as that. Who could use an extra $30? And that's going to add up really quick. A lot of people love this because it also helps pay for their own products. So if you're like, I want to use these products, right? But I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room in my budget. That's most of us, right? This is a great option because you can also share, earn, and use that money to pay for your own products. So virtually free products. Yes, please, right? There's also an additional up to 40% commission on all customer orders. So there is a lot of potential extra income that you could bring in from your family just simply by sharing your story about as you use these products. Okay. The Jeep bonus, y'all. If you have heard about Ternat, and I was one that I was like, I haven't heard of this amazing company or these amazing products, but now I have. But a huge staple of this company is their relationship with Jeep and the fact that they want to reward their associates and their partners and help take some of that stress again off of their finances by helping them out with some car payments. Okay. So there is a Ternat Jeep bonus program where you can actually earn up to $500 monthly towards a Jeep of your choice. It is absolutely incredible. Me and my husband have two Jeeps because we have two accounts and we earn an extra $1,000 a month between our two accounts towards our Jeeps, which for me was the hugest blessing because when we started this company, I didn't know if my car was going to make it another day. It literally barked like a seal. It was extremely embarrassing. And I seriously did not know if it would make it from point A to point B. Drop it in the comments if you would absolutely love to take your car payment off of having to pay for that, right? Just have somebody else make your car payment for you. That would be a huge relief, right? Well, that is possible with this company. And guess what? It's at the first level. This is not something where you have to be super high up in the company in order to earn the car stipend. This one, it starts at the very first level, which our goal is to help everybody get there within their first month. So you could possibly be getting a brand new Jeep in your first month with this company, which is absolutely incredible. Here is just a few of the thousands and thousands of associates in this company with their Jeeps. Okay, Miss Nicole, you want to talk about some of the quick start incentives that are possible in your first 30 days?
Oh yeah. In the comments, someone asked, Kristen asked if the Jeep needs to be brand new. The answer is no. If you're talking about a Wrangler, it can be up to 5 years old. Any of the other Jeep models, and there's a lot of them, can be 3 years or newer. So that's the answer to that. It does not have to be brand new, which is
Nope.
great. So there's a couple of quick start incentives that are amazing in our company. Launch bonuses of between $25 and $100. That is tied to adding new business partners. So just like we're doing tonight, if you get off this call and you get back with the person that invited you and you decide that you want to partner with us and join us in this amazing journey as an associate, the person that you partner with directly will receive a launch bonus just for sharing this with you. Run to Jade. Jade is our very first rank in our compensation plan, and we're going to show a quick snapshot of that right before we close. And if you accomplish that in your first 30 days, you get an extra $500 bonus. There's also a plus we just recently added to it, Run to Jade Plus, which is basically where you're incentivized another $1,000 for helping the people who partner with you. What I love about this industry and what I love about this company specifically is that you win by helping other people to win, both in their health as well as in their wealth. So I love that right here in our business, we have the opportunity right out the gate to make some pretty substantial money. Most companies, you don't really see a profit until you've, hit a few levels in, like Heidi was saying about the Jeep stipend. You don't really see a whole lot of people, really, a lot of companies have phased out car programs just because of the cost attached to it. And for the handful that still offer it, only your top earners are driving cars, right? In our world, literally at your very first rank, you qualify, which is amazing. And then we have a builder bonus that accumulates. It literally packs on top of each other over the first 9 months of your journey. I'm 10 months into mine. And I'll tell you that time goes by like that. Okay. It feels like I've been here for 5 minutes and it's already been 10 months. But in your first 9 months, you have the ability to earn an extra $19,000 just for doing the work that you would do anyway. And what I also love before we move on from this slide is that everything that's mentioned here is literally getting paid several different ways for the same activity. So it's not as if you have to do one thing to get the launch bonus. You have to do something else to get the run to Jade bonus, something else to get the builder cumulative bonus. No, literally, you're going to be doing two things. You're going to be sharing the products and you're going to be sharing the business. You're going to be sharing your journey and you're going to be inviting other people to do the same thing. Exactly what you've seen us do on this call tonight. And you will be paid multiple ways for those same activities. Doesn't get any better than that.
I agree. 100% agree. So here's a little bit about that base pay that Nicole just talked about. I want you all to look at what's highlighted there in the red box, okay? The cool thing about this company is when you reach different levels, you will get kind of like almost like a monthly salary just for maintaining. Who could use an extra guaranteed $250, $500, $1,500, couple $1,000? We can absolutely teach you how to do that and more. So I want you to look at that chart, and on those numbers, tell me in the comments what would change your life of that. What would change your life? What would change your family's life? What would pay for your daughter's dance lessons? What would pay for all the back to school supplies that are coming up next month? Look at those numbers and see what extra would help your family and drop it in the comments. Okay, so Nicole touched on this a little bit. So here's the cool thing. You're probably thinking, well, I don't know what to do. Like, how would I earn that? How would I earn this? How would I earn that? Like I said, it's so simple. It's sharing your story. It's helping other people by sharing your story also get healthy, or by helping other people that are also looking for that extra income, start earning that extra income while they're getting healthy. And we have the systems in place for you to do that. We will teach you everything you need to know. All you need is your phone and be willing to learn. That is it. That is it. And our game plan for all new associates with our team is to get them about an extra 1,500 bucks almost in their first 30 days. If you could use an extra $1,500 by next month, I want you to drop a 3 in the comments. I better see all of the 3s, because I know I, for one, everybody probably on here could use an extra $1,500, right? It could definitely come in handy. Okay, we've talked a lot about amazing products. We've talked a ton about how you could earn some extra money and take some of that financial stress off of your family. But what we didn't highlight yet is that it's not just the products, it's not just the business. This company and this team is all about community as well. So if you're anything like me and you didn't grow up with a huge group of friends, or ever felt like you really fit in somewhere, or ever felt like you felt at home, or like you were meant to be somewhere, I will tell you that for the first time in my life, I feel accepted, connected, and that I am truly in a place where people care about me, they support me, they believe in me, sometimes more than I believe in myself, and that they truly want the best for me. I will say you will not find another community like this. From the culture of people, and Nicole highlighted it a little bit, that to get anywhere in this company, you have to help other people. And that's what it's all about, is helping yourself obviously get healthy, right? And helping your income, but you do it by helping other people do the same thing. And that's my favorite part. Also, you can earn incredible trips. Um, Nicole and I were just in Utah together. We were just in or Utah a couple times together, honestly. I've recently been in Cancun. I've recently been in Punta Cana. All because of this amazing company. They have incentive trips. There's actually one going on right now. So when I say it's the perfect timing to join us and do this with us, you could earn a trip for 2 to Mexico next January. And we're right in the middle of the incentive period. So it's very, very attainable for you. So if you could use an extra free trip, right? All expenses paid to January for 2 people, I want you to drop a 5 in the comments. Guarantee you there's going to be a lot of 5s. And the support is like no other. Like I just said, this isn't something that you do yourself. This is something that we do together. And I absolutely love that. When I say that this is a team, this is 100% a team from the bottom to the top. You will not find anyone at any rank, at any level, at anything that is not willing to dive in and take your hand and teach you everything that you need and support you your entire way. This is just a few highlights of some of the amazing trips in the community and the culture. If you like to have fun and you like to travel and you like to meet people and make lifelong friends, you will absolutely love this community. This is just a little snippet of Nicole talked a little bit earlier about, some of the expenses when a lot of people have a dream of starting a business, right? But the expenses that go into starting that business for websites, for e-commerce, for inventory, for training, for employees, for marketing, for branding are astronomical when you start adding them up. Guess what? With this, you basically get your own ready-made wellness boutique, and everything, all of those fees are covered by the company. You have nothing out of pocket, which is absolutely unheard of. Last but not least, you guys, starting Made Simple. Okay. I am so excited about this. So you came onto the Zoom at the perfect time. So they actually released just for this month a super, super special starter bundle. Okay. It's called the Summer Builder Bundle. There are 3 bundle options. If you're watching this and you're like, well, I 100% need these products, like guaranteed. Okay, so this is going to be a no-brainer of why you want to do one of the partner starter bundles. Okay, see this bundle right here? This one is called the Summer Builder Bundle, and it saves you $162. Okay, it virtually comes with a free partnership. All of the partner bundles right now come with these free viral tumblers. Like people are like knocking down doors for these tumblers, like Nicole's right there. They are like the Starbucks dupe tumblers that are so everywhere right now that everybody wants. So you're gonna get a free one of those, and you are going to save a chunk of money. Also, as a partner, as an associate, you get a lifetime discount for your partnership. So you're also going to save every single month on your products. Okay, so not only can you save $162 to start out, but then you're going to save every month. And you're going to have that link that you can share and earn too. So if you're going to use the products, I guarantee you people are going to ask you what you're doing when you start dropping the pounds and feeling better and having more energy and have a smile on your face instead of a frown. And you'll have a link in your back pocket where when they ask you, you can say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm using. Here, you can order it right here. And guess what? You get paid. It is as easy as that. So with that being said, welcome to the team. We are super excited for all of you that are going to be joining us. Please, please, please get back to the person that invited you on this Zoom. Let them know if you have questions. They are super excited to help you, and we would love to dive in and help you get started as part of this team. Thank you all so much for, let me switch my screen back here, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are excited that we got to introduce you, and sometimes maybe some of you've already heard about this company and these products, and you're watching again, and it's hard not to because it's super exciting. The products are amazing, and we can't wait to start hearing about your journey as well and start changing lives with us. Anything else to say, Nicole?
That's it. Just take action. Get back with the person that invited you and take action. There are 2 types of
Absolutely.
people in the world. They're the people that gather information and they're the people that do something with it. I want to encourage you to be the person that does something with it. The action takers are the ones that actually make an impact. And the first impact that we seek to make is in your life. So I want you to get back with the person that invited you and take action tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Katie, thank you for sharing the virtual stage with me. And thank you all for being here with us tonight. This was our joy and pleasure. We look forward to the next time.
Good night, y'all.
We'll see you at the top. Bye, everybody.